Now let us discuss the question answers of the chapter The Address. Question answers, 30-40 words. Question 1. Why was Mrs. Dorling surprised to see Mrs. S's daughter? And how did she respond? Mrs. S's daughter is the narrator. The narrator has gone to Mrs. Dorling's house to see her mother's belongings, to see them, to touch them and to feel them. And Mrs. Dorling is surprised to see her because she thought that all have died in the war, all had died in the war, nobody would come back. She thought that the narrator, her mother, all must have died in the war. Now she was surprised to see that the daughter has come back. And secondly, she has started using the mother's belongings. So, how did she respond? Her response was very indifferent. She did not welcome her coming. First of all, she refused to recognize. Then she said, I have no time, it is inconvenient, come some other time. That means she did not give her any kind of a good reception. She did not welcome her coming. She refused to recognize her, acted as if she did not know her. So, second question, who was Mrs. Dorling? She was the narrator's mother's acquaintance. Acquaintance is not a friend who is close, but somebody who is known to her. So she was the mother's acquaintance. Why did she renew her contact with Mrs. S? Mrs. Dorling was a clever lady. She was a clever woman. She knew that the war was going on, and the narrator's mother's belongings, they were very precious things, delicate things. So she got greedy and she thought that she would offer them help. She would keep their things during wartime. She would offer this help and she would tell them that it would be safe. And then after war, if nobody comes back, things would belong to her. So she renewed her contact only out of her selfish, clever motive. What kind of a woman was Mrs. S? Mrs. S is the narrator's mother. She is a very fine lady. She is sophisticated. She has a very good choice of things. She has a good collection of precious, delicate things. Like her tablecloth was an embroidered one. There was a pewter plate which had a painting of an apple on that. She had a Hanukkah candle stand, she had silver cutlery, she had the teapot with a golden line, all beautiful and costly, precious things in her collection. So she was a very fine woman, and she was so mild and humble and gentle that she could not say no to anybody. So when Mrs. Dorling offered to keep her things at her place, she could not say no. So we can say that she lacked courage. She was a hesitant kind of a woman. Question number 5. How do we know that the narrator is a keen observer? The narrator is a keen observer because the mother just told her casually in the past the address. When she was introducing the narrator to Mrs. Dorling, she told her that she lives at Marconi Street, number 46. Remember that. The narrator remembered. That means she had a good memory. She had keenly observed. And she even observed that Mrs. Dorling had a broad back, and she even could see through her designs that she is taking away my mother's belongings, precious things. So the narrator could feel that she is doing something clever, which her mother could not see through. The next is that she is a keen observer because she remembered the address. When she goes to Mrs. Dorling's house, she observes that in the first visit that Mrs. Dorling was wearing her mother's green cardigan. And she even noticed that she had been wearing it for so many days, for a pretty long time, because the way the cardigan looked, it seemed it had been washed many times. Then she noticed about the tablecloth, the candle stand, her mother's cutlery, the teapot with a golden line, all these things she noticed. So this shows that she was a keen observer. She could observe the things keenly and even remember them. Next is, why does the narrator decide to leave and forget the address? Because when the narrator saw her mother's belongings, she saw that all the belongings were being used now. She felt strange at that place. She said that I knew the place, but I did not know it, because she knew all her mother's belongings were there. They were all being used. And this brought back her sad memories, the days of her when her mother was alive. She felt very sad to see those things. These things evoked the past memories, brought sadness, distress. So she got dejected, and then she decided to leave. She even felt that these things were of no use to her. They all belong to the past connections, and where will she keep them? So she decided to get up and leave and forget the address, because remembering that and seeing those things again and again would bring back sad memories. So, question next is seventh question. Why did the narrator feel her voice sound unnatural? Her voice seemed unnatural because she was there at the place. She saw her mother's belongings being used. She felt that I was at a place I knew, but I did not know. She knew that things were of her mother, but they were being used by others. It was a different place. It was a muggy and unpleasant place. So when she saw that she was in a place which she did not know, she knew the things, but she did not know those people. She did not like that environment, that atmosphere of that room. Things were not kept in a proper manner. All her mother's belongings were kept tastelessly. So she felt, even when I was speaking, I felt unnatural. I did not feel normal and natural in that room. That is why. What is the theme of the story? The theme of the story is wars are bad. Wars bring sadness, physical difficulties, mental and emotional suffering. There is sense of loss, and people lose their near and dear ones. There is lot of destruction, death. So wars are not good.